Now, many of you out there would be familiar with my S14 Jet 200. It was unveiled at the Summer Nats back in 2007, was on the TV show Blood, Sweat and Gears, was a project car for Ignition DVD and Fast Fours. It was on the front cover of Fast Fours and was also even on the front cover of a Ministry of Sound music CD. So it's a pretty well-known car. Now, I was very happy with the way the car was. It was a tough street car that you could use at the track and would even win the occasional dyno and trophy at a car show. So you're probably wondering why the car is now the bare shell that you see behind me. Now, as you can see, Jet 200 is starting to look like a real car again. We've got a lot done in the last couple of months, but there's still a lot to go. Come on in, let me show you what we've been up to. The goal for the weekend was 1:39. Boston just did that on his first flying lap in traffic. The big question was, had we taken the lap record back?
There's still more time, though.
It is that time. Not only is it the first session of World Time Attack, it's the first shakedown for the car since we've changed everything. We are the quickest open class S chassis ever under the old rules and the new rules by half a second.
Love it, mate. Even with some basic shocks, an awesome team, 33s. Woo!
We did it. And most of our viewers will know about this, our S13 drift car. final result after tuning was 249 rear-wheel kilowatts on 17 psi, with the car still making power past 8,000 RPM on the way to an 8,500 RPM rev limiter. The 29 kilowatt gain is the best result that Jim or I have seen from simply installing drop-in camshafts in any SR20 combo. Now, we've seen and done a lot of cool stuff in the car scene since we started Motive DVD, but recently we were lucky enough to do something totally new when we were involved in the Top Gear live show while it was in Sydney. Now, the Motive DVD S13 drift car was used in the show, and we got to hang out backstage all weekend, meet the drivers.
Every show I would drive that. We'd take that to New Zealand, I'd drive that in New Zealand because it done exactly what we wanted it to do. The only problem is it was quicker than the other cars in the routine. It's not just me, there's 4 cars in a routine, and that just smoked everybody.
Well, I know what you're all thinking. A drift car at an airport, and that you've seen it all before. But before we get into it, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. If you had an airport to yourself like the one here at Cootamundra in New South Wales, and a drift car in the same place at the same time, what the hell would you do? Now, you're all probably wondering what a Motive Garage wedding special is all about. Think of it as a little bit of a pimp my bride's ride. With the help of my groomsmen, Pete, Steve, Leon and Ryan, we've got 4 hours and a limited budget to get this thing ready. Corner's awesome now. On it, no understeer on the way out. This thing, so much improved. Now this episode is special as we start our joint project car with Powercruise.
It's insane.
Would the 4-wheel drive system work? Not brutally quick, not out of control, scary fast, but quick enough to be fun. The all-wheel drive makes it nice and safe, and it handles really well. I just able to get in it and drive it flat out and have a good time without thinking about it too much.
You're joking, Hawkeye son.
Our car used to have a sunroof, now it doesn't. Now with the WRX, who are you going to call? This is who you call. Say hi, Internet.
Hi, Internet.
Remember dirt on the outside.
Now that Andrew's car's making over 300 kilowatts at the wheels, the factory airflow meters are really struggling and run out of range. It's time to go to a map-censored style tuning solution on this car, using the Haltech Platinum Pro Series as a direct plug-in ECU.
$383 kilowatts and a whole lot more mid-range was the final result. As you can see, the GTX 35 had no problem destroying the low mount twins for outright power on the same boost. .2 at 139.99 miles per hour was a PB for the car. Now we've decided to go with the third option, to put on a bigger turbo and larger exhaust system.